If you're struggling with getting motivated and staying motivated, then today we're going to be talking about how motivation works and how to help yourself to get motivated and find that motivation cycle for yourself so that you can get the things done that you really want to do and that are important for you to reach your goals. I'm also going to give you 7 tips to help you find that motivation that have worked for me personally, and I hope that they're going to help you as well. So motivation is something that helps people to either start or continue or end some sort of behavior. And motivation is the drive to achieve your goals and your desires. And it's very important because it also helps you solve problems, it helps you get into the momentum, it helps you to cope with challenges or obstacles that come in the way, and it helps you to feel good and keep going. But before we get into the tips, I also want to talk about the motivation cycle and how dopamine and motivation work. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical that's associated with feeling rewarded or motivated. You're doing something until it rewards you. It can be anything from scrolling, it could be cleaning the house, it could be, the machines in the casino. You want to keep going because the dopamine motivates a behavior and you're out there to get the reward from it. So how the motivation cycle works is it's first action and then you get the reward and then you have more motivation to take more action. So sometimes you feel motivated at first, but that is only short term and not how it works long term. Often we focus on waiting to feel motivated before we take the action, but the process works the other way around. We take the action, we get the reward, and then we feel motivated to take more action. So it could go both ways. Even with, let's say, while you're meant to do a hard task, you're procrastinating by watching a show or playing video games, you're actually rewarding yourself for procrastinating. So you're rewarding yourself for not taking action on the tasks that you know that you're meant to do that will move you forward. So don't try to change how you feel and wait to be motivated, but instead take the action and then you will feel the motivation from the reward. So then how does this whole thing work if, I have to take the action first to feel motivated? So then how do I get out of this cycle is probably your question. So things that have helped me, the first thing is to build routines and habits that help you to feel motivated. So choose 1 to 3 things first, like helps you to feel rewarded. Is it making your bed in the morning when you get up? Is it having a glass of water the first thing when you wake up? Is it getting a walk in the nature? What are the things that after you do them, you kind of feel proud of yourself? You feel good, you feel that dopamine rush, and add more things like that into your daily routine. And then the second thing is, after you're done doing tasks, and especially difficult tasks, it's important to reward yourself. So give yourself credit for doing them. Often we have a difficult task that we've been putting off and then we get it done and we just kind of rub it off. We don't even think about it. We don't reward ourselves. We don't appreciate ourselves. It was just like, yeah, but it took me so long to get that done. Now that is a negative self-talk, which is a topic we'll come back to in later points, but we have to get to the point where when we do the difficult tasks, we actually reward ourselves. And what matters here is there are 2 different kinds of rewards. There are intrinsic rewards and external rewards. So we want to be focusing on the intrinsic rewards. So what's the difference between them? External rewards are buying yourself your favorite treat or getting yourself something that you've been wanting or going somewhere or even praise from others. They're all external rewards. Internal reward is how you feel after doing the task. It's focusing on that internal sense of fulfillment. One good trick, if you want to get something done, is to visualize yourself having done that and how good that feels, how rewarding it feels, how proud of yourself you are after completing that. And that will also create your body to feel a different way because your body reacts biochemically to what you visualize in your mind, to what the mind sees. So you will instantly feel better and feel more motivated because in your mind, you already had done that task and your mind cannot tell what's real or what's imagined. So just visualize yourself doing that task and how you would feel afterwards. That's also building that intrinsic reward. The third thing is to get rid of distractions in your environment. So sometimes it's much harder to get stuff done when you have your phone beside you. Sometimes maybe you have your notifications on and it will ping, 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 and you keep seeing the screen and you keep taking your focus off the task. Or maybe you're in the same room as your bed. Maybe you're doing work from your bed. Maybe you're in front of the TV. It's much easier to fall into the trap of turning the TV on and watching Netflix or taking a nap in your bed. So it's important to be aware what gets you to fall back into that procrastination cycle, and you rewarding yourself for the procrastination, and avoid having those things around you or doing those things when it's important for you to complete a certain task. Number 4 that really helps me is to regularly review your goals, your dreams, your intentions, and seeing progress is also a great motivator. One thing that I tested was to have a huge piece of paper and write out the things that I'm gonna stick to doing daily, and every day once I finished the tasks, I kind of made a red X on that piece of paper that was on my door there. Seeing that red X train go, that gave me motivation. You're like, oh yeah, I did another day. I X'd off another day, and it feels good for you inside because you see the progress that you're making. And also just having a visual of your goals, your dreams, your desires, your manifestations, whether that's having a vision board on your laptop, whether that's having a vision board on your phone or somewhere on your wall, something to remind you why you want to get out of bed, why you're doing the things that you're doing. And in that process, just continue to set new dreams and new intentions. You could be just focusing on one. If too many make you overwhelmed, you could be focusing on one dream and then setting another one and another one. So you could have a picture of your dream, you could have a sentence of your dream, you could have some symbol that reminds you, whatever works for you, but having reminders in your day about why you want to do this thing. Number 5 is to focus on keeping the momentum going. And that is by either creating challenges for yourself or rewarding yourself every day or every week. For me personally, challenges work a lot. If I commit to something for 21 days or 28 days or 75 days, I will find that motivation because I'm starting to do the actions. And in that process, you start to see the reward, you start to see the progress, and that gives that motivation to continue to do that. So challenges personally work for me. I make them fun for myself. I give rewards to myself, but you can test for yourself what works for you to help yourself to keep the momentum going. Number 6 is to find mentors or guides or teachers, someone who is inspiring, maybe someone who is experienced in the habit that you want to change or in the goal that you want to achieve. And also, it doesn't have to be a mentor. It could also be a social group. It could be an accountability group. Whatever helps you to stay on track, stay supported, ask questions, get some advice. Someone who will be there for you, that you don't feel like you're alone. It could also be your family, it could be your friend. You could even ask them to join you in some challenge that you're creating for yourself, or give each other some accountability, maybe a monthly call or a checkup on how you're doing. Something that will help you build that momentum. And the last thing is really, really, really important, is to stop beating yourself up. Negative self-talk will only decrease your motivation. It will not help you get moving. You will be stuck in that negative cycle, and then you will not want to do anything more. You will not get rewarded for it, and you will not find the motivation. So it's also very important who you surround yourself with, because that will be the energy that you will have around you, that will be the support that you have around you, and make sure that those people are inspiring, supportive, understanding, and also want the best for you and to support you on that journey of getting that momentum with those new things that you're implementing into your life and staying in that motivation cycle. So there's a difference also between impulsive motivation and consistent motivation. Impulsive is sometimes, you wake up and you're really motivated to get up, get everything done. And there are other days like you just want to lay in bed, do nothing, maybe watch some Netflix, play some video games. And consistent motivation is a lot about self-discipline. It's about keeping yourself committed to that cycle, to that process of action, reward, motivation. And knowing that by you taking the actions and continuing and staying with that consistently, that motivation will follow. And you will begin to feel more motivated and stay motivated because you're now inside of that positive cycle. Just remember why you started in the first place and why you want to do that action and start those tasks and get them done in the first place. And sometimes all you need is a break as well. Sometimes we can burn out and we just need some time to refresh, recharge, and go again. So it's very about being in tune with yourself and your body and what it's telling you to do. But I hope that today you learned that motivation doesn't come first and then we do the action. So let's stop waiting on the motivation to come to take some action, but let's start taking actions now. This is the year that your life is going to change, and do that favor for yourself. So I hope that these tips helped you today. I hope that you learned anything new today. If you did so, don't forget to hit like and also leave a comment below with the tip that stood out to you most and spoke to you most, or was something new to you today. And if you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do so to stay up to date with all of the videos to help you transform yourself and transform your life and make this year the best and amazing and most wonderful one yet for you. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. With love, Mia.